Hello YouTube, it is Championdjk coming at you again with another weekly episode, and I've got some excellent stuff to share with you today. Hopefully you enjoy this episode. We've got some really cool stuff. Starting with, I just hot out of the mailbox, I just got this Hypo hauler, Hotwheels from the Redline Club. I debated on going for this one, but the color is beautiful, and I really like the wheel choice that they went with for this one, and I decided to go ahead and just grab it. I'm going to get it. We're going to open it. In case you're curious, I got number 17,299 out of 30,000 pieces made. So quite a few of these made, but I think this is the best version of this particular casting that has come out so far, in my opinion. I've got like I think the original one was orange, like an orange color. I have that one, and I don't know, it's a pretty cool little casting. I do kind of like it. It's a Ford like Econoline van, and kind of turned into a rear engine drag monster. So I think that's pretty cool. All right, so we will open up that. That will be fun. I've got square body galore. So sorry about it for you guys that are sick of square bodies. These are the two Mio exclusives are very, very basic. We've got an orange one and a silver one. They both look pretty nice, though. So we got those two to open up. We'll check out those. And then we got ones that are kind of wild. That would be these House of Cars Supercon ones. Both of these are limited to 3,024 pieces. The Mio is, I believe they're both limited to 6,000 pieces, yes. This one is packaged super weird. We're going to take a look at that. Sealed by Auto World, it says on the top. I don't know what happened there. Something weird with that, but we'll check it out. Yeah, it almost looks like, I don't know. We'll check it out. So yeah, these two, we got the Celebrity Customs and the Cha-Cha Muldowney, Shirley Muldowney, pink Cha-Cha truck. So there's that. Pretty wild designs on these ones. Not super crazy about them, but we got them. And I'm still a sucker for Auto World enough where I'm still trying to get all of the square bodies. I'm missing them. There's so many coming out still. It's insane. There's some really cool ones, however, coming out from Surplus Goodies that I will have my hands on very soon. One of which for sure will be coming, I think, like next week sometime, and then I'll be getting a couple more that he's putting out. They're coming out. So I'm excited about those. So stay tuned for those. Those are really cool. Definitely cool. I love when Surplus Goodies does an exclusive just because they usually do something that's neat. I like it. All right. And of course Jimmy's a good guy too, so that also helps. And he sends me them, so that's also helpful. All right. If you watched my middle of the week episode where I hunted eBay for Ultra Reds. Here's one of the ones I purchased that day. When I did do that video, I did end up buying this Ultra Red off of eBay. So we got the 1970 Dodge Challenger TA. This is from 2021 Release 5 is what this is from. I got the two standard issues along with it, so we can open up all three of those. So that'll be fun. We got a lot of Auto World today. I love Auto World. All right. So yeah, scored that. If you haven't seen it, go back middle of the week here. I did a different style of video where basically I just talked over me looking on eBay. Okay, pretty basic. However, I did get a lot of positive response from that. That people that thought it was helpful. So I will probably do one of those videos every once in a while. We're not always going to be looking for Ultra Reds. I'll be looking for other stuff, other interesting items. I'll kind of show you my process and how I look for stuff on eBay, how I use eBay to try to find and watch out for what I'm looking for. And I mean, a lot of it's somewhat basic stuff that a lot of you probably already do and know, but hopefully it's helpful to some people. So hopefully you guys will be still digging that. My buddy Crazy Todd found these in the store and hooked me up with the MR2. Fantastic. I'm glad to finally cut this one from the list. We've got headlights up and headlights down versions of this Toyota MR2, so I am happy about that. And then we got another eBay purchase. This one I did not do on that video. This one I put in a weird like lowball bid and won these cars. They are Malibu International Limited. Now I've featured this brand on here before as I get them. I don't like go after all of the castings, but when I see ones that I don't have from this brand, and it's kind of a weird brand, when I see ones I don't have, if they're cheap, I pick them up. And they vary widely in quality, and we'll talk about that more in the next segment. But we got some weird ones here. We got a Jaguar X-Type, and then we also got a Ford Thunderbird 2003. I know Matchbox has done a Thunderbird. I don't know if there's been any other detailed brand that's done this weird-looking car. And I hate to say it, I'm not a big fan of the way it looks. But I had to get it because it's a 1/64 scale Thunderbird, and I don't think they have them. You know, I don't think any other brand put this out. I don't know if any other brand put out a good, accurate version of this Jag either. So, whatever. We're going to take a peek at those. They're interesting pieces, so hopefully you enjoy it. And then finally, I got a goodie box here from Sherv's Garage. Shervin, he is on Instagram. I think he's a professional photographer. He is a BMW nut, and I think he's got like 5 BMWs or whatever. So he started a YouTube channel kind of showcasing his cars and talking about BMW stuff. You guys know I'm not a huge like BMW guy. I do, I think a few models look really cool and stuff like that. And he's got some really nice ones. But if you want to check out his channel, it's Sherv's Garage. Let me see here. This will make it easier. Shervin from Sherv's Garage. He did write me a note in here, but we really don't need to read that. With kind regard, Shervin from Sherv's Garage. So peep him on eBay. If you're into BMW stuff, you will enjoy his channel, no doubt. All right. So what did he send? He sent me... The main thing that he told me he was sending was this Auto World Ultra Red on a damaged card. And that is this guy right here. I kind of spaced that I already have this card, so I'm going to keep it carded for now. It's probably just going to end up in the Horde. I'm going to just put it in my little vault of Ultra Reds, of spare Ultra Reds, and that's where it will sit. It's a backup. Why do I do that? Because, you guys know I'm nuts. Anytime I can get like an Ultra Red for like cheap or whatever, stuff like that, like at a show, like a local meet or anything like that, I tend to just pick them up, even if I already have them, because I'm crazy. So that's that. All right, so thank you, Sherman, though, for this. And then the stuff I'm honestly more excited about is what else he put in here. So it appears that he ditched his entire Econoline M2 collection. And we'll show all these in the next segment, so I can just buzz them by right now. This one had a little accident in transit. It looks like there's some missing wheels and stuff like that. Those should pop back on, right? It's an M2. M2's, lose parts occasionally. But there's a bunch of them in here. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 of these Econolines. So I won't show them all here. We'll look at them in the next segment of the video. I like that casting actually from M2. It's one of my faves actually that they have. I do have a couple that I actually bought from the store, and I rarely buy M2 stuff. Unless it's a chase and I'm going to flip it, I rarely buy M2. I do have a small collection of probably around... It's funny because I'm going to say I rarely buy it, but I bet you I have around 50 or so M2 pieces in the collection. But I swear I rarely buy it. I mean, they put out a ton of stuff, so that's really not a lot if you think about it. So this is gonna, add quite a bit to my collection here. And then he also sent me some other goodies in here, some loose cars. I think, in some of which I don't even know what they are. I don't even know what brand this Corvette is. Just says China Corvette. I don't know if this is a Mattel, like Hot Wheels 100%. I'm not sure. It might be this Corvette. And then we got a Camaro. I'm pretty sure this is a Hot Wheels 100%. But we'll peek at that. Obviously, more detail as we go here. We got a green light. Looks like a Chrysler 200. Yeah, Chrysler 200S. We got a green light bus. I don't think I have this one. I used to collect these. I used to try to go after all of those, which is absolutely insane. Oh, this is cool. We got the Hawaiian Johnny Lightning drag car. This is cool because this can complement my round 2 / one-stop diecast Racing Legends truck. So that's a neat ad. And then we've got what appears to be a nice Matchbox. Yeah, very detailed Matchbox of 57 Corvette. I know you guys can't really see him in the bag, so we will get him out, I promise. And then looks like we got some sort of Maisto thing going on here with a Dodge in a racing livery with the number 69 on it. 69. All right, so that's pretty cool. All right, so we actually have a lot of stuff to look at, so we should stop jabbering, start looking at cars. I think what we're gonna do is start with the heavy hitter, which is probably gonna be this guy right here. It's always cool. We got Mattel, high-end Mattel, some really cool Auto World. This should be fun. All right, let's get into it. All right, so let's go ahead and start by taking a look at this Hypo hauler. It is very nice looking, I think, in my opinion. You guys let me know what you think about it. I dig it. So, let's go ahead and get right into opening it. Get it out of the Protecto. We don't need that. And here it is in the card. Card art looks pretty classic Hot Wheels Redline Club, which is fantastic. If you want to read that. Nothing beats the Hypo hauler. Creative cargo trucks. It's nice. There's a number on the back. And let's just go ahead and, I guess, rip her open. So I'm excited for this. Like I said, I debated on even getting this one because I have a version of this casting, but then I was like, you know what? This one looks better than the one I had. And at least in pictures it did, so I'm trying not to really touch it too much because we don't want to get loads of fingerprints on it. Well, looks like I'm going to have to anyway. Bring it close to you. But it's beautiful. It's a beautiful color. So comment down below, what's your favorite Spectraflame color? I don't know. I think mine might be blue. I just really like the way, especially like this lighter hue of blue, I think looks really, really good. This is just a tick higher in our lightness, I guess, than the Mustang Boss that came out a few years ago. It's a little bit lighter in color than that, and that car is beautiful. It's one of my faves. So this car is definitely a welcome addition to the collection, and I love these drag wheels in the back. I'm a big fan of these wheels. I think they're Hot Wheels' best wheels for, obviously, a drag racing vehicle. Better than anything else, I think. I love it when they put this on like a premium Chevy Gasser. I think they look awesome on there. The big, fat drag tires, and the rim looks awesome. I'm a fan. I like this. I am glad I picked it up. I think it's probably going to be an underrated one, and that's okay. You'll probably be able to get these down the road for not much more than what they were on the website, is my guess. I just don't think people are going to go, too many people are going to be nuts about this one, but I really dig it, actually. I really do. So I think it's cool. You guys may not, and that's fine. Let me know your opinions. All right, so I'm going to set that to the side. What should we do next? Let's get a little weird here right away and do some of these Malibu Diecast, because I'm sure some of you are interested in what the heck these are. 1/64 scale, they make castings in. Some of the early, what have you, what am I looking for? Greenlight Motor World castings were these castings that were originally in this Malibu International line. They call them High Speed, I think is the name of the company or whatever that made these toolings. I don't really know a lot about the history of it, but I know that the early Motor World Greenlight cars, they used some of these toolings. I don't think this one ever came out in Greenlight. I don't think the Thunderbird did either. And I've never really searched this Jag out in particular, but I know I haven't really seen it ever, I don't think. They got a bunch of different castings, and some of them are very, very cool. This one, I think, is pretty cool. Just because of its uniqueness, and I don't have this car in my collection whatsoever. It just says copyright Malibu on the bottom. It's a Jaguar X-Type. It doesn't have a year on it. I don't know exactly what year this car would have came out. I'm guessing that this is like early 2000s, maybe late 90s. I don't know. It's hard for me. Time is just a flying, right? But you get some nice details in here. Now, these are weird because some of these castings will have plastic tires. This one has rubber. So some of them have plastic, some of them have rubber. Some of them will have inserted details for headlights. Some of them will not. They will just be painted on. And they could be any combination of that. So this is rubber tires and painted details, or whatever you want to call it, printed details for headlights and taillights. And they look pretty good. They look pretty decent. I mean, silver headlights, it's not the best. But the sharpness is there in the detail, and I think it looks pretty decent. It's basic but decent looking enough, and I think this is, I don't know, is there another version of this that's more accurate to this vehicle out there? Did Kyosho do one? That would be the only company, diecast company I could think of that might have done this car. Would it be Kyosho? I would save the acrylic case. I probably will save it. I'm not going to display it in the acrylic case because it's pretty beat up and whatever. It doesn't look good, so this will have to go into a display case somewhere in the room, which is difficult. I'm due for a display case like remodel here in this room. Due for one. That'll have to come up sometime. I'd like to take you guys along for that sometime, my process with that too. Maybe on the off chance that some of you might find that interesting. I know room tours are always a fun thing to do. Usually I do those around Thanksgiving time. So we will probably get one again around that time. And who knows, snap your fingers. Thanksgiving will probably already be here. It's crazy. Time's just going. So we got this Ford Thunderbird 2003. This is another one from Malibu or High Speed or whatever. Unscrew it from the base. I'm pretty sure all of these Malibu cars also came in the exact same sort of packaging. Pretty bland. They basically just have this like acrylic case, and then it is in like a black cardboard box with really not much information on it. So pretty bland. Malibu also did a lot of 187 scale cars. So I think their goal with this was really, at least for the 187, was more like, because that's a train scale, I believe, right? You guys let me know. I'm not into model trains or whatever, but those go for trains. And they did a lot of cars, and they're very detailed, actually, in that scale. the 164 stuff is pretty nice too. So, and that's why I pick it up every now and again. So this one's got the rubber tires. It's got painted details for headlights and silver headlights again. I don't think that's the best choice to paint these silver, but I don't know. Is it better than just making a big white circle? I think they always should have some graphic on there to make it appear to be a headlight. I think when that's done well, and I think who does it the best, honestly, is Matchbox. But again, you know, pretty basic, but just different. And it's weird. It's a weird car. It's a weird looking car. I'm not a huge fan of this car. I think it's pretty ugly. This was, you know, released during that let's do some retro style stuff era of the early 2000s. Where we got some weird stuff. I think, like, I don't know, the PT Cruiser, or did that come out late 90s? I don't remember. You know, stuff that had retro styling was kind of coming out. And this was definitely fits the bill for that. I don't know if this was wildly popular or not. I think mostly old people bought it, would be my guess. I could be wrong. So, but I'm probably not. All right, so there's that. Let's look at these two Matchbox real quick. Speaking of Matchbox, we got this MR2. I had to get these in the collection. I think it's the last one I really needed from this set. I don't really care about the El Camino and the Jeep. I don't really care about either, so I won't be getting either one of those. But I definitely wanted these. And I honestly didn't care if I really ended up just getting one. I almost prefer the headlights down version. But you guys let me know what you think. Is there some interior variation too or something like that? I thought there was one other weird thing about these. But, oh yeah, there's a right hand and a left hand drive. I wonder if there's combinations of those with the headlights up and headlights down. There probably is. So there's probably a total of like 4 variations of this. I don't care to find all of them. I just needed at least one in the collection, and I'm glad to have these 2. So thanks to Todd. He found them. He picked them up. It's a beautiful casting. It's an awesome casting from Matchbox. They just kill it when it comes to these, you know, dollar basic cars. I think these are slightly higher than $1 because they're a Target exclusive or whatever, like $1.25 or something. But the color's nice too. Just looks good. They do a great job. And I mention it almost every time we open up a Matchbox. I'm usually pretty impressed with it. Next, let's kind of blaze through these. We got the Auto World stuff. Let's go through the Auto World stuff, and then what we'll do is we'll go through that box from Sherv's Garage and check out those cars up close. So, really cool release from Auto World. This was actually my favorite in this set. Was this 1970 Dodge Challenger TA. Very, very cool. So we're gonna open up both of these. We got a version A and a version B. We'll start with the version A in green go. If you want to see me unbox this set, I did an unboxing video. Oh no! That does not happen very often, but we got a loose spoiler. And it's broken off, actually. I could definitely fix it without, you know, pretty undetectably, so you wouldn't even know that it's not there. But that's unfortunate. So it's got like 2 little holes here where the things go in, and I could definitely glue that in there. If it doesn't work out, I actually have a backup of this car. So this one will, I don't know. Probably nothing will happen to it, but that's a kind of a bummer, but it's all right. Hood opens on this thing. Again, this should be easily fixable. Just a little dab of super glue in those holes. That's probably what it was held in with basically to begin with. And, you know, no one would be wiser to, no one would be able to really even tell. And I'll probably end up forgetting that it ever fell off. and it'll be like it never happened, except for, of course, this documentation that we're doing right now. All right, so there's this one. It looks really good. It looks good in the screen go. But this one in banana is bananas. I really like this one. I like the color of this. I think this looks fantastic with those wheels. Just super cool. So we'll go. I don't have a backup of this one yet because I haven't found this set in stores. I haven't found the version B. And Auto World rarely comes to my stores, and when it does, I mean, it's gone immediately. And it's not me that's doing it. I don't know who's buying them all, but it's not me. Because, I mean, I would if I kept finding sets, but I guess it's a good thing that other people are because, yeah, I would have a problem. So, it'd be nice to find some Ultra Reds in stores, though. A little aside there. That would be cool. That'd be nice. I really don't hunt anymore, though. All right, so we've got, of course, the detail on the back, the detail on the front, everything we know and love about Auto World, metal on metal, and an opening hood, and I love this little color combo. I think it looks fantastic. Very fantastic, and possibly my favorite version of this casting now. There's a few cool ones. I'm not a Mopar guy either, guys, and I really like this right here. I think that looks really good. So we'll leave that one out for a second. And it looks like on this one too, though, just looking at it, you can see some light creeping through the spoiler there. So, you know, this one might have to get a reglue too. I don't know if I can just push it in a little bit further. Yeah, it's barely noticeable. We'll just leave it. All right. Ultra Red. So this is actually my first Ultra Red from this 2021 set. And it's cool. It's got white tires. You guys know I'm not a huge fan of the colored tire stuff, right? But had to get this one. I snagged it off eBay for, I think, a good price. And it's cool. So you could tell by the car that these will go after the version A traits. The way that you know that is because that's easily detectable is because of the rims. The rims are the same. So even though it's on a version B card, of course, it's going to have the version A traits, and that's going to be standard across the entire series, along with the white tires and along with the Ultra Red body, of course, the white interior and the Ultra Red base. So those are your traits for this particular series. I want to stress that it's just this particular series. Auto World changes up their chase attributes. I mention it a lot. Still, people get confused by it, and that's okay. It's just they have kind of a weird chase program. I get it. And same with White Lightnings. They just like to switch things up, and it's a good thing that they do. Because otherwise, you know, they wouldn't be as interesting. And of course, my tastes really don't match the tastes of the masses when it comes to chase cars, because I think a lot of people prefer them to have weird color tires, a little bit more of a wild look to them, because it makes it more obvious that it's special or different. And that's cool, man. I get it. It's just not my cup of tea. I would prefer to have black tires and just be an Ultra Red version of the car, but I get it. You can't do that. I mean, otherwise it's gonna be really hard to have basically the same looking cars, sometimes coming out. But this is cool. It's cool to get one. It's cool to get this one off the list, and I gotta get 5 more to get from that set. And then in considering 2021 stuff from Auto World as far as regular store releases go, I am missing 2 cars from the release before this one. So that would be release 4 for 2021. I'm missing the square body Chevy, and I'm missing the Lincoln Continental. I need to get those 2 Ultra Reds to complete that set. And the only other one I'm missing is the square body from release 3. So I need 2 square body Ultra Reds. And I don't know why I didn't buy that. I've been seeing one of them pop up all the time. I should have bought. I don't know why I haven't bought it yet. So that's square body. So I need to get 2 square body ones and Lincoln Continental, and then 5 other ones from this series, and then 2021 will be complete for me. It's been kind of slow going, and that's all right. I'll get them eventually. I definitely will. All right. So, sticking with Auto World, let's do these exclusives. We're going to start with the crazier looking ones, which would be these House of Cars ones. I'm not going to spend a ton of time on these. They're kind of neat, but they're kind of, you know, it's just it's another square body that these, aside from the fact that they have like kind of a wild graphic design and all that stuff on them, they don't really stick out to me as far as being, you know, I'm not trying to dog them. I'm just saying they're not as up my alley as some other exclusives are. But they still are pretty cool. They still look pretty neat. They got the Nuclear Minds design, who's been doing a lot of these Auto World exclusives and does a fantastic job with the card art. So it's got that style, and that's really neat. So this is one of 3024. You get this lowered chassis thing. One of the hardest things about collecting these square bodies, though, is because they all have chases too. And like the standard cost of a chase for one of these is like $100. Like if you get it for $100, you actually probably did okay. It's going to be interesting to see what happens to the value of those as time goes on. I know some of these square bodies are definitely going to be valuable later on. The ones, especially that were made in small numbers. People will go after them. Oh, this is cool. I didn't even realize this, but if you look up close, it's got a graphic on the hub. That's cool. I didn't realize that was there. Celebrity Customs. I don't know. I can't tell you. I don't know what that's regarding. So I apologize about that. Guessing maybe that's the guy. I don't know. Never been to a Super Con. Would be neat sometime, maybe. So we got that, and then we got this one. So again, Nuclear Minds design, card art. Card art looks fantastic, but we're gonna, of course, rip it open. And so, by the way, if you do want to get these, you can get them from both J-Card Diecast and Surplus Goodies. I believe are both carrying these. So Surplus, you get them from the eBay store. J-Card, you can go right to his website. I don't know if Surplus is selling these through his website or not. I know he does his exclusives through the website. I don't think he does much else but those. But the SG Exclusives website. But here's this one, the Cha-Cha. It's cool. It's a lifted truck. It's pink. It's kind of neat. I mean, I like this one better than the other one. We'll say that. The hood. There we go. Cool. Pretty cool. All right. Next, we got 2 more square bodies to look at. Apologize about that, but we are going to get right into that. We're going to do this one first. This is the 1980 Chevy Silverado in silver, limited to 6,000 pieces. Special edition Miho exclusive. A very tamed down exclusive, which I like because it's just kind of basic colors. So I actually like these a little bit more than those other ones. So we'll cut that open. I love that Miho still embraces the box. The Auto World collector box. I like that. So there's the box. You can store your car in there. I don't know. It probably will actually fit with this plastic thing. I'll explore that later, but we're saving that. And here it is. So like I said, very basic. We got Chevrolet across the front windshield. It's a nice color. It's silver metallic and then white and an orange stripe. I think it looks good, and it's got like the wheels from the Camaro on it, which they've been using on these square bodies, and they do look good on them. I think they look pretty cool. Auto World's pretty limited when it comes to choices for rims for stuff, because they, basically do stuff mostly that's going to be stock. This one's got a wonky tire we got to fix. Or whatever. I'll do that later. But this one's also got a floppy tailgate. You can play with this bumper to fix that. And the bumper's actually part of what holds in the tailgate. So I will have to mess with that a little bit and get that fixed. That's all right. And then the next one is this orange one. This one's a little bit weird, not because of the truck itself, because of the way that it's packaged. I don't know if they're all like this or what. It's weird because it says sealed by Auto World, and it's just this, like, literally a sticker. It says sealed by Auto World. I don't know what happened. There must have been something weird, but it's almost like a Protecto. I like this too because it's a resealable package. Or not really sealable, but, So now I got to debate on whether I save the whole package or just the cardboard box. So that makes things a little bit more complicated for me. Probably gonna, I'll admit it. I'm probably gonna save the whole thing, only because we'll document this, that this is a weird package, and we'll see if I don't know if these are gonna come out like this anymore. But we'll save this. Just look at the back of the card. There's really nothing to it. Limited to 6,000 pieces. I do like how they put that on the box and not the card. That's cool. Oh, they put it on the box of both of them, actually. That's neat. And then we got the same rims that the original releases of the square body, the Auto World square body, came with. That's cool. That's nice. They look good. It's an interesting rim. And then, of course, the opening hood, all that good stuff, the tailgate. It's orange and silver, so we still got like an orange and silver thing kind of going on here. I think I like this truck better than the silver one, actually, in orange. And all in all, it's a nice, pretty clean-looking exclusive truck. So, not bad. Will this one be hard to get later on? Probably not, to be honest. And mainly because it's made 6,000 pieces. So that's a higher run for an exclusive. And because they're very basic, I don't think, I'm sure they're going to, I don't even know, maybe they won't sell out quickly. Who knows? But let me know what you guys think. I know a lot of you are square-bodied out. And I get it, because there's a lot of them out there. But there are still a couple of really cool ones that I know of that are coming out. And I'm still digging it. So I'm going to continue to get them all. There's an insane amount of these. One of these days, I will get these all together for a family video. Might have to be a two-parter. Might have to take some pictures for Lamley finally and put them up there. But yeah. There's some cool stuff coming down the pipe. We'll see. I don't know exactly when some of it's coming, but it's going to be neat. All right. Sherv's Garage. We've got some Econolines to look at. I guess we'll start with those, and then we'll end with the other stuff. I'm just going to kind of pile them up here, and we'll go through them one by one. So again, thank you very much, Shervin. I do appreciate you sending me a goodie box. Those are always fun to open up. I think that's all the Econoline. No, one more. All right, well, let's start with the one that's has a little bit of an issue. This one comes with, well, one rim on the axle. And I don't know actually if this is going to be fixable. Definitely going to need to be glued because, yeah, definitely going to need to be glued or they're just going to fall right back off. And then we do definitely have a damaged rim. This thing is actually cracked right through. Now, the tire will hold it together fairly well. I'm not going to try to put this back together right now. It is salvageable. I will tell you that. I will be able to salvage it. But that is a project for another time. All right, next is this guy right here. Pretty basic this one is. For Econoline, green, white. Fairly neat. So there's that. We got this one. Little Shelby School of High Performance Driving. That's cool. I would love, honestly, to like own an old Econoline van. I think this would be a pretty sick ride. Driving around town. Like one in really good shape, or maybe not even in that great of shape. Just something cool. This one here in like a yellow. Oh, you know what? I actually have this one. This is one I have. Yep, bing bong. So I've got this one actually. This will be a duplicate. That's okay. I'll end up painting it forward surf. Have to see if that van guy has this one or not, because he might be interested in it. If he doesn't, I'm sure he does, though. Actually, let's go with another one that's standard ride height. So it's a pretty solid casting from M2. I dog on M2 a lot, and I really shouldn't too much because I don't really buy any of it, so there's no point in me really talking smack about it, right? And there's plenty of diecast companies really that have quality control issues. So, you know, it is what it is. I just don't, they're the least exciting brand for me. But they do come out with some cool stuff every once in a while. When they came out with this Econoline van, I had to get at least one example, if not two, because I thought they looked really cool. I didn't have one with this weird little camper top thing, so this is neat. This is new for me. I mean, it's basic, but I think they did a really good job on this casting. I think it does look pretty good. They have just like these silver kind of inserts that make up the headlights and stuff that looks okay. Painted details in the back on all these, and it's a solid little van. I think it's kind of neat. So, Cobra powered by Ford. Pretty basic one too. We got it in a nice color blue though. I do like that. Another standard ride height one. So they have a lowered version of this, which we're going to get into here in a second. Pretty nifty. Then we got this one here in flames. So another one in flames. This one is a standard ride height. What do we got? Oh, we got some missing chrome from the wheel. Oh, that's weird. So their rims are actually colored like this weird, like caramel color almost underneath the chrome. You can see it a lot more in the back of the wheel too. But it's pretty decent. The graphics on it are a little pixelated in the flames right here, specifically in this area. Forget that we can kind of get closer now and look at that stuff up close, so take a peek. Decent. Alright, we got 3 more. Lowered one, basic red, white. Does not roll at all. With some playing around with the axles and the wheels, I could probably get it to roll a little bit. But why? What's the point? Then we got this one here. We got a piece of the bumper that is falling off. And shoot, a piece of the bumper that is falling off on this side. And we got a cracked bumper on this side. And that is missing. Is that in the bag? Does not appear to be so. Oh, yeah, it does. There it is. This, it's fixable, sure. Yeah, I could probably pull that off. All right, we got another super glue project. That's one thing when you're buying a detailed diecast with parts. It's a good idea to have some super glue on hand because they're fragile. So when you ship them, they can break. With M2, sorry to say. They can break before they're even shipped. They can break before you even buy them off the shelf at Walmart. Pretty decent one. And then lastly, we have this one here. This might be my favorite of the bunch. So it's the same like color combo, but it's lowered. And it looks pretty mean. So I'm digging this. This one looks really good. I like this one. So as you can see, too, they have variations of the casting. They got ones with windows. They got panels. They got the camper stuff. They got the normal ride height, lowered ride height, all of that. So different variations of the tooling. It's a tooling again. As far as M2 goes, it's one that I do like. All right. Now we got some different stuff here. I guess we'll start by just taking a peek at this Maisto capped auto Dodge. Maisto, very stylized brand when they come out with cars. Similar sort of to your Hot Wheels basic stuff. Sometimes they do a little stylization or exaggeration of features and stuff like that. Maisto does that with their castings as well. Some of them are hits, some of them are misses. I don't buy a lot of Maisto. I rarely buy Maisto, actually. But there is some cool stuff, and they are tempting to get every once in a while. And mainly the reason, honestly, why I don't get a lot of them is the scaling of them. Same thing with, like, Jada. Like, I wouldn't get too many Jadas because they're large. And these are... the scaling, the proportions and stuff like that, sometimes I don't think they look all that good. So there's that one. And then that one looks decent, I would say. This is going to be a green light Motor World casting, which, funny thing, like this casting, originally you could get it in the same acrylic cases from Malibu Diecast as these, just to illustrate a point. So yeah, I don't think I have this one. So that's cool. We will add that to the collection. Number 2389. Pretty basic casting. Very, very basic. Not too bad. Johnny Lightning. Hawaiian. So Johnny Lightning released a bunch of these drag strip cars. They're okay. They're not great in comparison. Like the Hot Wheels drag strip demon stuff, I think look a lot better than these. These were really meant, I think, to actually literally race them down a track, which is why I think they pretty much all have, from what I remember, they all have plastic tires. And the reason for that is because they're downhill racing is basically what they were meant to do. They're metal body, metal base. That's kind of what they're set up to do. They got stiff axles and they roll really good. So that's, these were actually not meant to only look like a drag racer. They were meant to be raced, downhill racing. So there's that. All right. Then another drag racer we got is this guy here, but this is, I believe this is a Hot Wheels 100%. I'm almost positive this is. And can we confirm that? It says 69 Camaro Pro Street, copyright date 1999, made in China. I am almost positive that that's what it is. We got a little bit of front end damage. Might have hit the wall a little bit there. So, minor issue there. Hood opens up that way. Cool. Motor with a blower. Cool wheels. I'm pretty sure this is a Hot Wheel 100%. You guys will... Doomus will probably let me know. And then we got... this may also be a Hot Wheels 100%. I don't know for sure. It's got sort of that style. It is made in China. Or I think all those were. It's got the opening hood detail. This is a cool little piece, actually. But I can't confirm that. I don't know for sure. But it does. It feels like a Hot Wheels 100%. It's all metal. It's got the rubber tires, but a little bit harder, like more plasticky style of rubber, which is typical of the 100% line. They're not quite like the soft real riders. And I'm pretty sure it is. Just based on the detailing and the style, I'm pretty sure it is. They don't say Hot Wheels on them. And I don't think they all did, but I think that MI might be a Mattel thing. I don't know. You guys let me know. It's a pretty nice piece, though. All right, and then we got, we already looked at that one. Let's see, we got this. We got two more pretty basic ones here. We got the Matchbox Corvette, 57 Corvette, very detailed. I don't know which line this came from, but very detailed. I mean, look at the interior. Look at the steering wheel. Very nice. It's a little bit large in scale, which is okay. It's kind of typical of Matchbox of this era. So copyright date 1998. That gives you an idea when the casting was developed. And yeah, typically they were at that time a little bit larger than 1/64 scale. Nowadays, I think they're a lot closer to 1/64 scale when they do castings for Matchbox. But very cool, though, in the amount of detail that it has. So I like that one actually a lot. That might actually be the highlight, honestly, of this thing. And I'm not a big fan of that Corvette. I don't think those ever looked that great. So it's not definitely my least favorite Corvette design. And that's saying a lot. So then we got this here. This is a Chrysler 200C or S. I think I have this one. I'm pretty sure I do. I'm going to have to look. But I'm almost positive I do have this. So this might be a duplicate too. But it's done fairly nicely. It's got the headlights. It's got the taillights inserted. It's not that old of a green light, but it's not really that new. I want to say it came out maybe... maybe about 6 years ago now. Somewhere in there. I could be way off. But there you go. All right, so that's going to be it for this episode. So definitely highlight for me that Hypo hauler. This thing is absolutely beautiful. It's gorgeous. You can kind of get an idea of the scale because it's an Econoline too, right? Pretty much right on with the M2. Lengthwise and height-wise, even with this being a little weird stance and this being lowered. So kind of matches up almost. Pretty cool. I like that. And then obviously, I'm always a fan of, checking an Ultra Red off the list. You guys know that. And then, of course, those Malibu Diecast stuff. Interesting pieces. You guys let me know what you think down in the comments below. As usual, thank you again for watching another lengthy Diecast weekly episode where I show you everything I basically added to the collection in a week, which I guess technically isn't true because I'm still kind of banking stuff. I've got a couple episodes worth of stuff I got to show you. That's okay. Otherwise, these episodes would be even longer if we were doing it that way. And then I'd have big, long episodes and then no episodes. So I think it's better to do it this way. All right, I'm done rambling. You guys have a great day. We will see you in the next one.